Welcome everyone to another episode of Classes in Session. Today we will be talking about anti-airs. But before we get started, we will need to know what an anti-air is. Anti-airs are specific moves or strategies used in fighting games to counter and interrupt an opponent's attempts to jump in or perform an aerial attack. In fighting games, jumping can be a powerful tool for offense and mobility, allowing players to evade ground-based attacks and mix up their approach. However, anti-airs are designed to discourage or punish excessive jumping by providing the defending player with options to intercept and counter airborne opponents effectively. Anti-airs can take several forms. For example, normal attacks. Many characters in fighting games have specific normal attacks that are well suited for anti-air purposes. Another one is the special move. Some characters have special moves that are designed to be used as anti-airs. These moves have often properties that make them reliable for knocking opponents out of the air. And with special moves, we're talking about the Dragon Punch. And another caveat to the Dragon Punch acting as an anti-air is it's invisible. Certain moves in fighting games have invincibility frames, meaning they cannot be hit by attacks during a specific portion of their animations. That will be the beginning animation of a DP. These moves can be used as anti-airs to safely intercept and counter aerial attacks. We also have projectiles. In some cases, characters with projectile attacks can use them as anti-airs. By timing a projectile to intercept a jumping opponent, players can limit their options and control the flow of the match. Effective anti-airing requires timing, spacing, and understanding the hitboxes of both your character's moves and your opponent's character. Anticipating when your opponent will jump and choosing the appropriate anti-air option is a crucial skill in high-level play, as it allows you to control the neutral game and minimize the effectiveness of your opponent's offense. Overall, anti-airs are a fundamental aspect of fighting game strategy that help maintain balance between ground and aerial approaches, encouraging players to use a mix of offensive and defensive tactics. Now you might ask, why are anti-airs so important in 2D fighting games? Well, as I said earlier, anti-airs play a critical role in the dynamics and strategy of fighting games for several important reasons. Reason number 1, controlling the space. Effective anti-airs allow you to control the vertical space of the game, discouraging opponents from freely jumping and dictating where they can position themselves in relation to your character. This control is essential for maintaining a strong defensive position and forcing your opponent to play at your preferred range. Number 2, the neutral game dominance. The neutral game refers to the phase of the match where neither player has a significant advantage. Anti-airs are crucial in the neutral because they give you the means to counter an opponent's attempts to initiate offense through jumping. This forces your opponent to respect your anti-air options and think twice before jumping in recklessly. Number 3, risk versus reward. Jumping in fighting games can be a high-risk, high-reward maneuver. If an opponent can consistently anti-air you, the risk of attempting another jump becomes greater. This encourages players to explore more diverse approaches, making the match more strategic and less predictable. Another one are mind games. The threat of a strong anti-air can influence an opponent's decisions and force them to adapt their approach. This opens up opportunities for you to read your opponent's habits, capitalize on their hesitation, and gain a psychological advantage. And the last one is the defensive play. Anti-airs are a cornerstone of solid defense. If you can consistently stop opponents from jumping in on you, you limit their options and make it more difficult for them to launch an effective offense. This can lead to frustration on your opponents and create openings for counterattacks. Okay.
That hurt.
Another tip is reviewing your gameplay afterwards. Replaying your matches allows you to spot errors and mistakes you might not have noticed during the heat of the game. This could be missed punishes, dropped combos, failed anti-airs, or poor decision making. Identifying these mistakes is the first step towards self-improvement. And that's about it. Mastering anti-airs in Street Fighter requires practice, knowledge of your character's moves, and a deep understanding of your opponent's tendencies. By effectively utilizing anti-airs, you can control the flow of the match, create mind games, and set the stage for a strategic and engaging battle. A quick side note, I will be attending my first fighting game tournament made in Asia, in Brussels. So if any of you 200 plus of my subscribers manage to recognize me, come say hi and let's have a good time. Thanks for watching. This has been Classes in Session. I hope it helped. Class dismissed.